We track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to KIMT News 3 at 6 on your Friday night. If you have travel plans this weekend, you may want to rethink them a bit here, Aaron, because it's going to get a little bit dicey. Yeah, really, starting tonight here, even as early as 10 p.m. for parts of the area around Forest City, Algona, going to start to see some of that freezing rain make its way in. It's going to overspread the area here tonight. It may get mixed in with some sleet, some snow, as we go through tonight into our Saturday. And this is what we're talking about. This is the probability of ice accumulations over 1/10 of an inch. And it only really takes just a light glaze, less than 1/10 of an inch, to cause a lot of problems on the roads. And we're going to see that high potential across North Iowa and even a medium potential into southern Minnesota around Austin, even up to Rochester, looking at some ice accumulation as we get into tonight and continue through our Saturday. So what we're looking at right now, this is satellite and radar showing the cloud cover moving in with this system. Our temperatures have been warming up into the teens ahead of the storm, and now we're starting to see some of that icy precipitation developing there in western Iowa, around Omaha, Council Bluffs right now into eastern Nebraska. This is the beginning of it, and it's going to continue to build to the northeast with that area of low pressure as we see that here on Sky Tracker 3. By 10 p.m., like I said, even here at 11, we have some of that freezing rain moving into Mason City, Forest City, Northwood, even perhaps Albert Lee. That's going to continue to build to the north and east. We're getting some of that in Rochester here by 2 o'clock in the morning. And notice we have the pink. That's freezing rain. That's a mixture of freezing rain, maybe a little bit of snow. The blue, that represents snow. So we're going to kind of see a mixture here through the night into the day Saturday. Even by lunchtime, still looking at freezing rain making its way through, and that's going to continue into the evening hours, gradually tapering off by tomorrow night. But as we talk about the icing potential, especially into North Iowa, northeastern Iowa, this is what we're talking about. This is some of our computer models showing the variability with this storm. At least 1/10 of an inch is going to be possible for many locations, but even ice accumulations could be getting closer to 1/4 of an inch the further south we go, especially getting closer to Waterloo, where there is an ice storm warning. So if your travel plans are taking you to Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, even Des Moines, you may want to wait until Sunday once this is all said and done, because there is going to be some significant icing further to our south that could lead to some power outages. Now, the most likely scenario, around 1/10 of an inch of ice. That's enough to cause a lot of problems. Even just a glaze is going to make roads very difficult to travel on here as we go through our Saturday. Now, of course, Minnesota DOT, Iowa DOT are going to do their best efforts to get the roads in better shape. They're already doing some pre-treatments of the roads, but once we start to see that glazing of ice, it's going to get very slippery, especially when our temperatures are into the teens. They will be warming up through the night into the upper 20s to lower 30s, but because they are staying below freezing, anything that falls to the ground is going to freeze on contact, and that's why we're talking about that freezing rain with a winter weather advisory here through our Saturday until midnight tomorrow night. We'll get a break on Sunday. There could be a little bit of freezing drizzle around. We'll have to watch for another system coming in on Monday, another chance for rain and snow before we track some quieter but colder weather here next week.